time for our main event here. Go ahead.
No, I was just looking at it.
Oh.
It's going to be a short one though. Jesus, man, these were getting shorter and shorter. Not necessarily,
Yeah,
but the number
the
is
second
crazy.
pay-per-view in a row where it's like 4 matches. But again, these other matches need time. So let's get to the 2 matches that are not in the chamber just really quickly because we ran long with that last segment. So just really quickly, there's a tag team match for the women. Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, teaming with a former Women's Champion in Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Thoughts? Because
this is terrible for Tiffany. This is terrible for Tiffany. I actually feel really bad for Tiffany. I think she's very undercooked. I think Money in the Bank could have been okay for her. The way they utilized it is terrible. And the way she cashed in, I think it wasn't good. The way that they're now trying to create this feud between her and Nia is not good. Candice adds nothing to this. Nia is not carrying. And Stratus is just a weird placement. I think this really hurts Tiffany. And whatever. I'll have that take later. But yeah, I don't like this at all. This whole situation is just not going well.
I'm over Trish. I'm over Trish. And here's the thing. I'm fair across the board. Okay? I'm over Trish. I'm over Rock. I'm over all of these people trying to jump in on the wave when, yes, you helped pave the way. There's no doubt about that. Ultimate respect to all involved. But this is one of those moments where you start to hear the complaints about the whole, well, they're chiming in on other people's time. You know, there's a lot of, like right now, there's a lot of rumor on the internet right now that Finn Balor is just up in arms about all this time being stolen from these people that are being told, be patient, your time is coming, because everyone's got to take their turn. And then, okay, here's my turn, it's time for me to do something, and then here comes another legend to come in to take the turn. So, like, before, that was always like a rumor thing. It was kind of like, the roster must feel some type of way. Now we're in an era where, like, with social media and everything going on, you can find out in the moment exactly how everyone feels, and there's not a lot of happy faces about these older individuals. CM Punk is active full-time, and yet still that is an issue with people, too, as well. So, especially this past Monday when Logan Paul and CM Punk are having a back-and-forth promo, and Punk is... Logan was the one that laid it out, but Punk jumped on it and just basically said, yeah, we're legends. I'm like, wow, bro, okay. Like, you're not lying, but still, Jesus fucking Christ. They are legends, I'll give them that, but when you have Trish Stratus on the same card with Roxanne Perez, it's tough.
Yeah, but there's a difference between CM Punk and Trish Stratus. There's a difference between an active member and a cameo.
Yeah, obviously.
And when you have these cameos in this situation where you have Tiffany Stratton that is a champion, very early working with nobody, and Candice, who is supposed to be getting taught. I think Candice is showing me a lot more flaws as time goes on, but my original thing with Candice is I like her ring work. I just don't like her on the microphone. Now, she is showing me that she does not belong in this ring. She is too scared to take any fucking bumps, and she's going to hurt somebody. I guarantee you she's going to hurt someone because she keeps chickening out on these moves that she's supposed to do.
Wait. Where is another time that she's chickened out? I'll give you the one in the War Games match, but where else has she?
There was another one. It was like a power bomb or some shit. And damn it! See, I hate that you challenged me because I just assumed you knew what I was talking about. But there was like a power bomb or something.
Okay.
No, I promise you, there was a power bomb or something that she kind of bitched out on and kind of fucked up too. Because I remember seeing them like, oh, here we go again. And then also, if you watch some of her ring work, I know you're probably using the bathroom at the time. But if you watch some of her ring work,
I'm not watching a Candice LeRae match.
But hear me out. She pulls back on a lot of moves. Like, for instance, she did this weird drop kick off the top rope where she essentially drop kicked like her lower half of her body because she angled herself in a way where she could like land safely rather than just taking the full bump. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, like, she's doing things like that that's not fully committing to what's happening. She's very slow. She's very cautious. She looks scared when she's wrestling. It was my point. I don't want to deep dive into that.
I wonder if she's covering up for an injury or something. That's unlikely. But
I don't know. Whatever it is, she's going to fucking hurt somebody. And to be honest with you, Nia is not the fucking person to teach someone how to speak on a fucking microphone.
Or work in the ring.
Or do anything besides being a brute.
Anything wrestling-wise, she probably isn't the person you should be listening to.
I think a Thursday ago or two, she literally made Trish Stratus eat her vagina on live television, which was the fucking craziest thing I ever saw in my life. Was she did that little jump off the rope thing she does when they were stacked on top of each other?
Oh my god, that was the first. That was the first reverse pop I've ever heard in my life.
Dude,
I've never heard a pop go in reverse before. How they made noise when she went up there, and then she just politely sat on them, and then they all just kind of inverted, and it just got quiet.
Yeah, because they all felt bad for Trish.
They felt bad for themselves having to sit through that.
But yeah, to avoid this going long, this whole situation. There's no good coming out of this. I promise you, there's no good coming out of this.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the unsanctioned match. I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not hyped. I'm not hyped because fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again. Because I swear to God, I'm not going to be fooled again. I got hyped. I had tickets to WrestleMania 37 in Tampa. And I went on the night where it was supposed to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The match did happen, but the match was no damn good. I was hyped. Oh man, WrestleMania? Their first time at WrestleMania against each other, they're going to turn up. They're going to go nuts. This is going to be fucking banana sandwich. Nothing. Wasn't feeling it.
It's because of Sammy, though.
Well,
because of Sammy, because of the way he wrestles now.
That's not now. This is 37. This is 5 years ago or 4 years ago. This is the pandemic. When I saw that match.
I'm sorry. I mean, in the WWE is what I mean by now.
So now we fast forward to this. I'm enjoying the build up towards it. The story made a shit ton of sense to me, but the match. Now, this match is unsanctioned. Anything goes, no holds barred, Katie bar the door. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be nuts. On paper, it's going to be nuts. I want to see the execution. I got hyped last time. I was disappointed. So this time around, I'm apprehensive. Let me see it. Because I've seen them do amazing shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also seen them do not so amazing shit. And they're older from the last time they did the amazing shit. So, I don't know. The only thing that gives me hope is that Kevin just killed it in a ladder match like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
With Cody. So, I have some hope here. But I don't know. I'm not all that hyped. And you're not a Kevin guy or a Sammy guy. So, this has to be...
For what it's worth, Kevin's been working his fucking ass off.
Yes, absolutely.
Kevin's been Hey, listen, man. If Roman Reigns has taught you anything, I'm open to being swayed. Okay? If you work, I'll become a fan.
I knew he was over when he got you.
Kevin has been working his ass off. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the people he has been working with since he's been working his ass off, but that's all more credit to what he's been doing if it's standing out for me. He's doing his thing. I still think he's a little goofy. I still think his acting is a little whack.
Yes.
He tries to act instead of being the tough, which I'll give him credit for. He tries to act rather than kind of always being the tough guy. He does it in a very cinematic way. I just think he's a shitty actor, like when he tries to act sad or it's just weird. But anyway, he has been working. So I will give this match, I'll go into this match with an open mind.
Okay.
That Kevin can make it good. But I'll just make comments to what I just said. Sammy's style will hinder Kevin. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apprehensive.
Yeah.
The Elimination Chamber match for the Women's World Championship. Winner takes on Rhea Bloody Ripley. at WrestleMania. The new WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez. And may I say that we're recording today on Tuesday. Raw last night. Did you see Raw last night first before I say
I did not.
You did not. Okay.
But it's fine. I'm going to watch it.
I had to eat a bowl of crow yesterday. Humble pie, as they said. So, when I turned it, the only reason I turned it on yesterday, because I've been forgetting, is my wife goes, it's Monday. You want to put it on Netflix? I said, sure. I put it on. So I put it on. And the first thing that they tell me is the main event is it's Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez against Bianca and Naomi for the women's tag team title. That's the main event. I was like, oh, sweet Jesus, hell no. So I watched what I could get through. I'm getting tired. And I go to the restroom. The restroom in my bedroom is directly across from my TV, so I can still see the TV from my restroom. Okay? So I'm in my bathroom. I'm dropping a Shotzi. And I'm watching the television as Raw proceeds. And, God, it hurts me to say this out loud. They had a fucking banger last night. A fucking banger. That tag match was fucking phenomenal. And it was for the tag team titles. All 4 ladies got their shit off. All 4 ladies did their shit. And I'm saying all 4. And I know that I'm a noted Liv Morgan hater. But even I would have to say that all 4 did this shit last night. However, Naomi and Bianca lost the tag titles last night to Liv and to Raquel. And in doing so, I think they just gave us a spoiler. Because I think they gave us.
Don't say this.
I think they gave us a spoiler. I said it last week. They've been talking about this dream match for years, and they always found a reason not to do it. With Jade out of the picture, and with Rhea without a dance partner, it's highly possible that Bianca Belair could be walking out of this pay-per-view the number 1 goddamn contender.
Don't do it to me, dude.
And if that's the matchup for WrestleMania, if Bianca Belair is going to take on Rhea fucking Ripley for the title, that's night 1's main event. I don't give a fuck what's on that card. That's the main event.
Oh, my God.
Jay and Gunther can open the fucking show for all I fucking care. That match is last. There's no doubt in my mind. Cody can have night 2. Night 1 goes to the ladies. There's no doubt about it. But we got to see. So as far as the rest of the chamber goes, I like the fact that Liv Morgan has been pushed as a top woman, but now has the tag titles because she has an out. If she doesn't win the chamber, at least she's still the tag team champion. Her and Raquel can do some shit. Bayley is in this match to be Bayley. There's no real purpose to it. She's had her shine. She's had her time. And I don't think this is going to be... I think she might be either first or second eliminated, to be honest with you. She's a body in the ring. She's a worker. Alexa Bliss, nice pop. She's gotten some great promos. This ain't the time for her. Roxanne Perez... young, too little time on the main roster.
Can I say though? I'm gonna go on this. Maybe a hot take, maybe not. If Roxanne can come in here and not only do a good job, but find a way to kill herself.
Oh, big spot.
She's fucking out of here. I'm telling you. They love this girl. She got a straight vignette for no fucking reason at all. I think it was like a Raw ago.
Yeah.
Like, just a straight promo. Not even I don't want to say promo. It was just a
package.
Is me.
It was a package on her, yeah.
Package. Dude, if she comes... This is what I'm looking for the most. If Bianca wins, I'll be over the moon. But the thing I'm most interested in is if Roxanne can come into... I think she should start. I think it should be I think it should be Roxanne and Liv that starts this. If it's anyone and Roxanne, I'm okay with that. I think Roxanne should damn near go bell to bell.
That's what I was going to pitch. I want Roxanne starting, and I want Bianca to pin her last.
Let's keep this going where this girl's coming out of nowhere, and she is going toe-to-toe at the top and keep falling short. But she's still there. What she did at the Rumble, amazing. They've been pushing that. This is an opportunity for her to come in here, show her fucking ass, and be pinned to lose, like to be the last person. She should go bell to bell. If they can do that with her, or even if that doesn't happen, as long as she has a huge spot, she's fucking out of here, dude. She is out of here. They are going to send her to the fucking moon. And I think and so far, I think it's working. So we'll see. She's the one I got my eye on. But if Bianca pulls this off, we're buying merch.
We're buying merch.
We're buying merch.
We're getting that Bianca Belair shirt for SummerSlam.
It hurts my heart because I don't think it'll happen.
I don't know if I want Roxanne and Rhea this early. I need Bianca.
No. I mean, if Bianca wins, she's not going over at Mania. I don't think that.
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
Hot take. You know how they do parlays?
Yeah.
This is my parlay. If Bianca wins this, runs a sick road to WrestleMania, and actually comes out on top, all is forgiven.
Okay.
All is forgiven.
We will
listen.
Water under the bridge.
We'll sweep it under the rug.
There it is.
No, that never happened.
Oh.
It never happened.
Triple H, you're hearing it here. You've got a chance. You've got a chance.
Dude, listen, man.
To rehabilitate right now. This is it.
I told you it could never happen, but we find ourselves in some crazy times.
We find ourselves in a situation where this very well could be a thing.
They do, and that's coming from someone who loves Rhea. But
yeah, but between the two,
if I have to choose,
oh my God, I'm smiling ear to ear.
It's not even.
You just gave me such a reason to really pay attention to this Elimination Chamber match. I really want to see this shit happen. Bayley comes out 3 and immediately gets pinned. Don't waste everybody's time, and then everybody else does what they need to do. So let's switch over to the men. It's John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins. The winner takes on Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and I got to tell you, despite all these names, you would think it's either Cena or Punk. You would think. And something tells me it's going to be John. Something tells me it's going to be John.
I don't think it's either, though.
Really? Who's the outliner here?
I think John does the job again.
Oh, boy.
Because and here's the only reason why. Is because it would be, as much as we said before, I don't want this to happen. I think Cody's going to Mania as champion.
Right.
I think it's just going to happen. I don't think it should, but it also may be the tip of the hat. You got your belt, you got your ride, and now can we fucking do something different? That's fine. But if we're going to do that, I still think it's John and Punk at Mania. Even if it's not for the belt, it should still be Cena and Punk. And if that is the case, then someone else has to go over. I think it's Seth. I think Seth takes this. Because it does kind of give us... You got to take into consideration, he was robbed of WrestleMania 40. Now, he may have been, in my personal opinion, one of the pinnacle points of that whole storytelling for 40. Like, he was a very huge role.
Oh, you didn't see Raw yesterday.
No.
Oh, so on SmackDown.
So am I off? Am I off here?
No, you're not off. You're nailing it harder than you think. On Friday.
Or no, on pause.
I want all of that. When
yeah.
The Rock asked for Cody's soul on Friday, Cody came out last night to address it, but he wasn't out there long before Seth Rollins interrupted. And he just looked at him and said, "How dare you? After everything you and I did last year, at this point in the game, everything that you and I stood up for side by side and fought that bloodline to get them out of the picture the way that we did, right?" He was the fact that when he asked you for your soul on Friday and you didn't just immediately get up and just smack him in the face is a slap in my face for everything that I sacrificed for you to have that. And he pointed to the championship. And the crowd popped on it, and Cody had the right response when you really think about it. And he said, I didn't forget who you are, right? I didn't forget about the fact that you were the guy. And he told stories about what Seth did to him during their feud. And he said, if you want to go even further back, you're the guy that took that steel chair and put it into Roman Reigns' back and made the animal that we all have to deal with even today. Like, you've made your fair share of mistakes, and you're going to come in here and you're going to judge me for not having the appropriate reaction. And the reason why I didn't have that reaction is because I think things through, Seth, just like I can calmly sit here and think things through and look at you and say that despite all of those mistakes that you made, that you're still the guy. Then when my back was against the wall just last year and they were trying to take my moment from me, you stood by my side. That when we got to WrestleMania with a tore-up leg and a scrambled back, you still went toe-to-toe in a tag team match. And then on the night of my title match, you became my shield against the bloodline. Cody goes, I did not forget. And in fact, it's a strong argument that you were the MVP of WrestleMania 40.
100%.
That's what he said on the program, which is what we said on the show and what everybody said around the world. It was nice to hear on the show where he got pointed to and said, you were the absolute MVP of last year's WrestleMania. And the crowd damn near gave Seth a standing ovation.
As
because they remember
that he never got, by the way.
They remember because he left, but he
had to go out.
Yeah,
he was fucking dead.
But in that moment, they took a minute because I felt like they wanted to continue the promo. But when Cody said all that, it reminded the fans of what happened, and it all came flooding back. And they gave Seth his moment and let the crowd thank him for what he did last year. But then they continued the promo, and he just saying, "Look, I'm not out here to judge you. You're a grown man. You're going to do whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to give you the heads up now that this Saturday I'm going to win the chamber. And when we get to WrestleMania, I'm not coming for your soul, but I am coming for your title." That was how he ended the promo. Another home run from Seth Rollins, but I just don't. I don't see it, and the fucked up part thing is that not only do I not see him winning the chamber and going to WrestleMania for the title, I don't know what he does if he doesn't. Because he seems to be solely focused on either Punk or Cody. And if it's not going to be any of those, like, I don't know. You said earlier about hot take. I don't know why. I got a feeling in my gut. There's a weird sensation. There's a feeling in my gut that I'm looking at a four-way and I just don't know it yet.
A four-way with who? Where? When?
Who? Where? WrestleMania.
No. Don't do that. Don't even speak that shit into existence.
Cody.
No.
John.
For the belt?
For the belt. Cody, John, Punk, and Rollins. I could see.
I think that's a disservice to Cena.
Why? He's in the main event.
No.
And it's not his first multi-man main event at WrestleMania. He's been in one.
But this is his last Mania.
Dude.
And a 4-man would be fucking stupid. I would be insulted for him.
But you're saying you're
wrong
saying
they
you
do
want
this dumb shit.
Yeah, but you're saying that you want Cena Punk, title or no title.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, but if it, granted, I'll give you that. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a dope match regardless. But if it's not for the title, it's not going to be in the main event.
It doesn't. I don't think it needs to be.
Right, but if we're trying to, what are you trying to say about John? Should he be in the main event or just a one-on-one match?
I've never mentioned the main event.
So now, you're saying just a one-on-one match?
Then it would just naturally would be. But no, I don't think it needs to be main event. Honestly, I don't. And after what Cena did at the Rumble, I don't think he fucking cares.
Right, fair. I don't think he cares either about being in the main event. But if you're saying that you want Cena Punk, that now takes Punk out of the main event.
Yes.
And wasn't that the whole plan? No, see, I don't know. I don't know about that. Granted, I would love, obviously, to see a Punk Cena match.
But why'd you stop? What's the plan?
I've been under the impression, just the way that all the stories seem to be coming together, that we're going to find a way to get Punk into this main event. He had the strong showing at the Rumble. He's got a nice little bit of momentum going into this chamber. He still has the favor from Paul Heyman. I don't know how that manifests itself, but he's got that. They built that for a reason. I just don't know what it is yet. All the chips since November has been lined up for this guy to find himself to one of those fucking main events. I was under the impression that they would give him a throwaway, like something like Gunther, and they would save Cody for somebody else that they had a plan for. But when Gunther now has Jay, the only other recourse is Cody, and Cody can't fight everybody. Rock's not going to wrestle him. Roman's out. He's not going to be in any match at WrestleMania at all whatsoever. That opens the door of possibility. If you take Punk out of the main event, you're still, in my opinion, you'll still get a great match out of him regardless, especially if it's John, right? Because those guys they're not the same men they used to be 12 years ago, but at the same time, they're professionals. They got great chemistry. It wouldn't be much of an issue. John was able to get 60,000 people on their feet with Jey Uso. He can do it with CM Punk. That's not my issue. But if you take Cena and Punk out of the equation, you give them their own separate thing, then what do we do with Cody? Punk's biggest promo so far in the last few weeks was not just Rollins, but Cody. At the end of that Raw, when the two of them were going back and forth, when they were teasing the idea of Cody coming off the rails. You've been champion for so long, it's starting to get to you. I would know. I had the same run as you. I would know. So they built it, and when you walked away from that Raw, you said, damn, I'd love to see Punk and Cody. But then we've seen Punk and Rollins talking to each other, and not only talking to each other, but since the Rumble, they can't seem to be in the same space without taking a swing at one another. Cody just had his deal with Rollins last night. So Punk and Cody have talked. Punk and Rollins have talked. Rollins and Cody have talked. The only other person not involved in any of the equation is Cena, but Cena could easily patch that in between now and in April, especially if he wins the chamber. He doesn't have to win to be involved in that, but if he did, it's almost a lock that he would be a part of it. How do you get the four of them into their own separate shit? If you're putting Cena and Punk together, okay, granted, cool. So by default, you're telling me now that it's got to be Rollins and Cody.
You're
leaning towards that.
I have a feeling that Seth's payout
for last year
is coming to fruition, and that's why he's been coming back piece by piece and coming back match very sparse here and there and having matches because he's trying to keep warm and practice. But to be honest with you, I think they're protecting him and they're keeping him healthy for the big payout that I think he should have had at WrestleMania 40, which ended up great for him. But like, I would love to see a world where Cody went Mania to Mania, and we're kind of at the point now where we're done for the most part doing favors. It's not it's not really far-fetched for Rollins to get the belt, the big one. And then throughout that year, let's start playing with the idea of Cody going heel and beating him and taking the belt back and like kind of having a back and forth.
Which is the next thing that we didn't talk about, which is The Rock getting into Cody's business on Friday, stating that he not only wants he wants Cody to be his champion, he wants his soul. Mm-hmm. He wants him to work directly under the final boss. You're not just going to be any champion, you'll be my champion. Does anybody else remember the last corporate champion that we had?
Wasn't it The Rock?
It was The Rock. He knows a little something about working underneath the final boss. But now he has become the final boss. He is the most powerful man in WWE, the director of the board of directors. He's the head honcho, so to speak. He plays a role in this. If Rock's going to play pure character and not be in the ring and just be a charismatic character, I'm with that. We can make that work.
Yeah.
Because then I
don't know. I think this is a very good opportunity to spiral Cody to the depths of like just pure insanity and like just being completely unhinged. And I think a big part of that is probably making a deal, falling short, losing to whoever wins this, and keeps him in that championship conversation,
right,
with an option of still winning, like winning it back, with him really giving us something. Because again, we were going to talk about this later, but just a spoiler is I don't really think he's giving what he should have been, and it's kind of coming into fruition. When we had the original conversation, well, what does he do next when he's not having the promo with Roman, and like The Rock and all that stuff that was happening? What happens? We can have a deeper conversation than that, but I think this is a good way to literally, unironically, kind of come back to the Austin thing where it's like, should he stay face or should he go heel? And I really think a heel turn for him will do him phenomenally. But
look what it did for Roman. There's a case to be made now where
putting Rollins back on face is important to me.
If your argument earlier about Steve Austin is that bubble was going to pop regardless if he was face or heel, I guess one of the best examples of your point was Roman, because they pushed him as hard as they could as a baby, and it wasn't until he turned heel where he got the traction that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So there are situations like John where they stuck to their guns and it was probably for the better, and then there was a situation where they did allow the change and it worked for the better. So I guess there's many factors involved in making that decision. It's a moving target. But it looks like one of us is going to be fucking surprised as fuck this Saturday at the Elimination Chamber. I will say this. I am excited about the Chamber, and I am excited about WrestleMania. But I'll have to admit, I'm not as excited about either as I was last year. Last year felt kind of special, to be honest with you.
It's lightning in a bottle, man. And the thing that makes me scared is that they're trying to create lightning in a bottle.
Yep,
whereas they caught it.
Yeah, getting that vibe.
And The Rock needs to be careful because he's doing what The Rock does, and he's getting very fucking cocky. And to be honest with you,
he's getting sloppy.
That last segment with the whole soul thing, you drug me along way too fucking long.
Yeah, he's getting
repeating
sloppy.
Yourself only to say soul. And I'm like, all right, is this Mortal Kombat? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, you lost me on that last one.
He flip-flopped. He was a babyface 1 second, a nasty heel the next. He was all over the fucking map. On my OUM Minute video, I called him the Rambling Man. He just kept rambling about stuff over and over and over. Listen, let me tell you. What did fucking tell him? God damn it. It's been like 15 minutes.
Bro, I swear to God, I got up, got food, came back, and I didn't miss anything.
Jesus fucking and Cody wishes he could have taken a break during that whole shit.
So they caught lightning in a bottle at his expense, and I don't think he likes it. So now he's trying to come back and create it, and it's getting weird. So let's see what happens. But I'm with you. They're on the road. They need to let this just unfold on its own. Let's not try to fucking force anything. The shit's starting to get a little weird.
Starting to get a little weird. I can give you